Yo, y'all know what it is. Morning motivation. You know what I'm saying? You woke, you blessed, you got breath, you got life. It's a reason to live. It's a reason to be happy. It's a reason to do, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason to do something with your life, you know what I mean? But today's something, man, it's really, you know what I mean, something I've really been, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't really been contemplating on it, but I was thinking about it in regards to some of the situations that's been going on. And basically, I've been thinking about a lot of the kids that's running around here, you know what I mean? And my thing of it is that right now these kids don't need no more, you know what I'm saying? They don't need no more ridicule, man. These kids don't need nobody coming to them telling them what they doing wrong, telling them. These kids need some love, man. You know what I mean? These kids need love. These kids ain't got no love from nowhere out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids not getting no love from their parents. They not getting no love from their peers. They lacking a lot of love, man. You know what I'm saying? And in this day and age, love is definitely necessary. You're going to need to feel, you know what I'm saying? You're going to need to feel like you have some type of worth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of individuals don't feel like they have any worth. So, you know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody show them no love. Everybody else always, I mean, downing them, telling them what they shouldn't be doing. Everybody looking to ridicule these kids, but ain't nobody looking to show these kids no love, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they missing. They missing the love. They ain't missing, you know what I'm saying? They missing the love. They missing the teachings. They missing somebody to be there. You know what I'm saying? They missing something for somebody to be there for them, man. These kids need somebody to be there for them. A lot of these kids don't have no parents. A lot of these kids don't have no aunties, no uncles, no grandmas, no grandpops, no great-grandparents, none of that. You know what I'm saying? We coming up in an era to where as if these kids really lacking a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a whole lot of things. So we have to understand that these kids, you know what I mean? These kids, they do things because they mismanage. They mismanage individuals. You can't really fault them for having or feeling or doing the things that they do when they don't have any guidance. You feel what I mean? Like, they don't have no guidance. They don't know where they're going. So if they don't know where they're going and they ain't got nobody to love them, then they just basically be out here doing whatever they feel is necessary, or they be following these narratives, or they painting these pictures because the narrative has been painted in the wrong position. You know what I'm saying? Now when kids come up, the kids feel like, okay, if you got a dispute, or you feel, or somebody do something to you got to do something back to them. If somebody kill one of your homies, you got to kill one of their homies. You feel what I mean? Nobody's looking to show no love. Nobody's looking to figure out or rectify situations. Like if your homie get killed, instead of figuring out why he got killed and what was the reason, was it, and 9 times out of 10, it's normally a senseless reason why an individual end up having their life taken. So if an individual get their life taken, you know what I'm saying, it's different. These kids need some love, man. These kids need hugs. These kids don't need us running around here telling them, oh, y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to do this. Of course they're not going to listen. They traumatized. These kids need help. You know what I'm saying? They don't need nobody to help hinder. They don't need no hindrance. They don't need somebody to ridicule them and tell them what they ain't doing wrong. They need somebody to stand next to them and say, listen, I understand what you're doing is wrong, whatever it is that you're doing wrong, but here's a right way to do these things. Here's a right path to take. This is the direction you can go into. When you got kids and they traumatized and they doing things of that nature, you can't get frustrated because they don't listen. You can't get frustrated because they feel a certain type of way. You can't get frustrated because they do what they do. They doing what they doing because they're a product of their environment. They're a product of what they've seen and what's been fed to them and what's been given to them. So if ain't nothing but negativity and nothing but nonsense and disrespect and abandonment and all these feelings, if they've been going through this for all these years, you think they honestly going to have some type of right state of mind? They're not in the right state of mind. You can't expect the individual who's not in the right state of mind to do things in the right accord, because they're not in the right state of mind. They woke up with the wrong state of mind. They walking around with the wrong state of mind. They walking around with all these things that they holding and they harboring and they hindering, and they not letting it go because they ain't got no love. Sometimes you got to give yourself a hug. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning, give yourself a hug. Tell yourself you love yourself. Then you move forward with your life. That's another thing. When you wake up, give yourself a hug, little nigga. Y'all little niggas need hugs. Y'all little niggas need some love. Give yourself some love. Show yourself some love. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you love yourself, then that'll prevent you from getting or being in situations that you don't gotta be. A lot of y'all individuals end up in situations that y'all be in because y'all ain't got no love. Y'all don't love yourself. Y'all gotta start learning how to love yourself. I understand, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I understand that times get hard in these situations. It's gonna get hard, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, just the way it is. Hello, cousin. How you doing this morning, cousin? I hope you rising with righteousness, cousin. But I want to talk to these young kids because a lot of these young kids need some love, man. These little kids out here ain't got no love. Ain't nobody loving these kids. And these kids run around just abandoned, traumatized, got a whole bunch of mental health issues that they not addressing. And us as individuals looking at these kids, knowing that they need these services, they knowing they need mental health, we got to start applying that instead of pointing our finger talking about, yo, y'all little kids need to straighten up. They ain't going to be able to straighten up if don't nobody help them straighten up. They damaged. They bad goods. They goods ain't no good. They ain't no good at all. And I'm sipping on tea this morning because I'm trying to cut back on that reefer. I ain't trying to smoke so much reefer nowadays. I'm trying to cut back, trying to kill that because I'm getting too old to be smoking. Gotta start worrying about my health because health is wealth. But once again, to all y'all young cats out there, man, listen, man, y'all need a hug. If you gotta hug yourself in the morning, tell yourself you love yourself, and love yourself, you'll be all right, man. You know what I mean? Go from there. Love yourself first, and then worry about everything else. Do things that basically are gonna be a benefit to you, and make sure you all right. You know what I mean? Make sure you love yourself. Don't hate yourself. Don't think you're not worth it. You're worth a whole lot. God put you on this planet for a reason. God has a purpose for you on this planet. You just got to find your purpose. Don't ever feel like you're useless on this earth. If anybody love you, God love you. Just know that God love you and love yourself. And if you follow that path, you'll be on the road to righteousness, man. You'll be on the road to peace. You'll be on the road to happiness. You'll be on the road to a steadfast belief in regards to being unshakable. Right now, I'm at a point in my life where I'm unshakable. Ain't too much you're gonna be able to do to me that's gonna have me like, oh no, I'm about to just give up. Oh no, this is too much for me. Ain't nothing too much for me. Ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do. Ain't nothing you're gonna be able to say that's gonna move me in a way to where as if I'm not staying steadfast on what I believe in. That's the difference between me and a lot of other individuals. That's why my name's Jonathan now and not Blaze. Because Blaze was all about Blaze. Blaze was just worried about what Blaze wanted and when Blaze wanted it and how Blaze was going to get it, straight up and down. So that's what it is with that. So again, all y'all young men out there, y'all need a hug, y'all need some love, y'all need some nourishment, y'all need a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all need to start off with love because y'all don't love yourselves. If y'all loved yourselves, y'all wouldn't be doing a lot of stuff that y'all doing because y'all understand that these consequences that y'all have, they have repercussions behind them. And these repercussions that's going to come behind your actions is going to have way more effect on you and everybody else around you than just you. Know and understand that. All your ways and actions is going to have way more effect on the people around you than they are going to have on you. You feel what I mean? So if you got kids out there, you don't want your kids missing you. You want your kids to grow up. You don't want your kids with that particular pain. You don't want your kids with all that nonsense. You don't want your kids with that trauma. Then show them some love. First of all, wake up and give yourself a hug, and then you could, you know what I'm saying, venture off and give somebody else a hug and show some love and continue the cycle. Knowing that you're worth something, knowing that it's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. So what if somebody call you stupid? So what if somebody, whatever, don't worry about what somebody got to say. So don't care if somebody, oh, you a sucker, or you soft, or you this, you that. I'm living, I'm breathing. You know what I'm saying? God gonna take care of you as long as you do God's work. I always try to explain that to y'all each and every morning. You gotta make sure you up to do God's work. It's not gonna be an easy road. It's not gonna be an easy task. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna have challenges all the time. It's all about how you handle those challenges. You definitely got to handle those challenges. You got to handle those challenges in an intellectual way. You got to handle those with your head upstairs. You know what I'm saying? You putting too much of your heart into it. Ain't nothing wrong with putting your heart into things. It's just sometimes your heart, you know what I mean? It's come and go sometimes with your heart. Your heart, you know what I'm saying? Your feelings fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? Facts don't fluctuate. Facts are just facts at the end of the day. Facts do not fluctuate. Facts gonna be facts at the end of the day. So y'all young boys, man, I ain't mad at y'all. I understand y'all. I mean, listen, it is what it is. I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't got no gripe with y'all. My thing with y'all is y'all just need some love, man. Y'all gotta figure it out. And my goal is to try to push and try to help and try to get some programs out here for these young children to get some mental health. Because a lot of kids lost their parents, you know what I'm saying, due to senseless death, so they don't have parents. A lot of these kids lost their parents to drugs, so they don't have no parents. A lot of these kids don't have grandparents, so they don't have no guidance. You can't expect an individual without no guidance to be on the up and up. You can't expect an individual who never had nothing to want something. The individual ain't never had nothing, they ain't gonna never want nothing. They don't know what it is to have anything. You feel what I mean? So when these kids run around here with their pants all off the butt, they you know what I'm saying? Their pants all off their butt. They run around here thinking it's cool to talk about switches and guns and knives and killing and killing the op and drilling and all that. That's all because they don't know no better. And they don't do nothing but continue to feed them the negativity. And the negativity is what they absorb all the time. These kids are absorbing all this negative energy from the music, from music to the TV to everything else around them. Everything around these kids is negative. They watch TV, it's all about drugs, guns, money, and killing the ops. They listen to music, it's drugs, money, killing the ops. Everything is drugs, money, and killing. Everything for these kids nowadays is drug, money, and killing. That's all they want to do is get some money, have some drugs, and be a killer. That's not cool, man. And they're going to keep pushing it to y'all until y'all, and I'm saying until somebody tell y'all, listen, the drugs, money, and killing is not what's up. You really not a gangster if you really run around here with the drugs, money. You're not a gangster. You a simp. You a tool. You a tool for the you a tool for the other force. You a worker of the devil. You a devil pusher. The devil, you got the devil pushing. You know what I'm saying? And I can't blame. I don't have. I mean, I'm not about to sit here and point no finger and tell you, oh, why? No, you stupid. You done. No, you hurt. Y'all little niggas is hurt. Y'all little niggas is hurt because y'all ain't got no love. Y'all niggas don't know where to turn. Y'all don't have nobody to turn to. That's another thing too. These young individuals don't have nobody to turn to. When they feel like life is at its worst, or life ain't getting no better, or they ain't got nowhere to eat, or they ain't got nowhere to sleep, they ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no structure. They don't know what to do. Ain't nobody coming and knocking at the door and say, hey, here's a program for you. Here's something you could do. No. And then they quote unquote big homies don't do nothing but just basically perpetuate the bullshit ass narrative. Yeah, youngin', you come out here, you gotta handle your business the right way. No, get your ass the fuck from around here. Get your ass the fuck out of here. These streets ain't got shit for you. Nothing. That's what we need to start explaining to these children. These streets ain't got nothing for them but death, jail. Period. Death and jail. This is all about how long it's going to be. The end result's still going to be one or the other, but that's going to be the end result. If you playing with fire, you're going to get burnt. Just because you got fire, if you keep putting your hand over and you get your hand closer and closer to that fire, eventually you're going to get your ass burnt. So don't even go fucking with the fire. Leave the fire alone. The fire ain't where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be going to get no pack. You don't need to be going to get no perks. You don't need to be going to get none of that. You need to be going to get yourself some education. You need to be going to get yourself some tools. You need to be going to get yourself some things that's going to help you productive. Some of y'all need to go get a book. You know what I'm saying? Go get a book. Read. You know what I'm saying? Figure out who you are. Love yourself. We need to start giving these kids some love. These kids ain't got no love. They don't have no families. They don't have no structure. So, of course, if they feel like they out here by themselves and it's showing and proving that they out here by themselves, they going to act like that's what they going to act like. They out here by themselves and they not going to get two fucks about nobody else. They not. Why should they get two fucks about anybody else if they feel don't nobody get two fucks about them? That's what it is. If an individual feel like don't nobody care about them, if their own parents don't care about them, they definitely ain't gonna think somebody care about them, man. If their parents already left them out to dry or left them to die, you know how traumatizing that is for you to have a parent and somebody put you on this planet Earth and you supposed to be a special gift or whatever it is, a gift from God. You are a gift from God, and they don't treat you like it. You know how hard, and they the ones that brought you here. You know how hurtful that is. You know how painful that is? You know what I'm saying? You ever go to a party and you hanging out? That's like going to a party hanging out with your homies and your homies talking about they got mad love for you, they got your back, and then all of a sudden a fight jump off at the party and all your homies leave you. You ain't gonna trust them niggas no more. You ain't gonna trust them individuals no more. If an individual leave you out in the cold, you gonna have trust issues. And a lot of individuals, a lot of these young kids got trust issues, they got love issues, they got a whole lot more issues than just these guns and drugs that they run around here dealing with. It's a reason why they get into these guns and drugs. It's a reason why they dealing with these guns and these drugs, man. Figure out why they want to turn to guns and drugs instead of turning it to what's positive. Why they don't want to love themselves and want to destroy themselves. Figure out why these kids want to kill themselves or looking to die. Because that's all that's going to end up at the end of the day. These kids is going to end up dead, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy because I was just peeped. I believe it was just yesterday or day before yesterday. The young kid out of Philly, man. The young kid out of Philly that was trying to do his little positive rap thing, you know what I'm saying? Trying to enlighten the community, you know what I'm saying? Enlighten children. I mean, trying to put some positivity and some knowledge into his bars. The kid was nice too. I think LGPR, I can't remember his name offhand. I don't want to butcher the young man's name. Rest in peace to that young man. But he's been another senseless death, man. Another senseless death of one of our black youths that was very powerful, very poetic, and I'm saying very intricate with his words, very expressive, and we losing these individuals. We can't keep losing our soldiers. You know what I'm saying? We losing our soldiers at an alarming rate. If the soldiers behind, if all the soldiers behind us, if we got 300 soldiers with us, and 200, the 200 that's behind the first 400, the first line of 400, if the 200 that's behind the first 100 is dead, or die before they get to the forefront, the fight is over. The fight is over. You're going to lose the fight. We are going to lose the fight because a lot of us now, we're older now. So therefore we got what's coming up behind us. You know what I'm saying? When our dust settle, when our dust gone, is there going to be anybody else to take these places? Are there going to be anybody to take these positions? We are at a point in life now where we have to make sure our position, we played our position, we played our part. Now we got to be the veterans in the locker room, on the bench, showing the new players how to play the game. And play the game the right way. Period. We can't be like, oh, you not doing what I mean, you doing this or you doing that because they doing things. Find out why. Why? Nobody wants to die. Nobody, if we're going to keep it 1,000, no, none of these people really want to be out here doing a lot of stuff that they're doing. If they got any type of moralistic value, if an individual out here selling drugs to people and doing things that's negative, they truly in their heart don't want to do it. If they truly in their heart want to do it, then they just an evil person. But no, I don't know one good-hearted person that chooses a negative route and really want to do that negative route, really want to be negative, really want to be doing that. They do that because they feel like, okay, since they put the narrative out there, this is my only way out. It's been, I don't know how many years now, to where it's the only way people, the narrative that black people can only get out of the ghetto is if they got a basketball in their hand, some type of football in their hand, or some type of drugs in their hand. But they make it seem like, and I'm saying, you can't get out of the box with your mind. Like you can't get out of here, you know what I'm saying, by using your mind. You don't even have to be here. If your mind, if you tap into your mind power deeply enough, you won't be here. You won't let your surroundings dictate how you act. Because you'll know that your surroundings are just your surroundings. That's what it is for the time. And you could change, and you have the ability to change your surroundings. Now, what you choose to do to change your surroundings is going to end up how the outcome comes. Now, if you choose to do something negative, try to get out of your situation, 9 times out of 10, something negative is going to happen. If you do something positive to get out of your situation, 9 times out of 10, something good is going to come out of the situation. Only thing, the catch-22 with doing something good is that the devil is going to always throw something in your way. The devil is always going to throw something in your way to where as if it make it seem like you ain't, it's no use. It's no goal. Oh, nobody's listening, nobody's seeing it, nobody's paying attention to me, I'm not getting no love from what I'm doing. I'm doing the right thing, I'm going the right way, but I'm not getting no love. Everybody want to hate, yeah. That's how it's gonna be because we in the devil's playground right now, ladies and gentlemen. The devil's playground. We on the devil's playground, ladies and gentlemen. This is not ours. The devil owns this. The devil owns this. That's why everybody all so caught up on a whole bunch of materialistic things and think because they materialistically wealthy or, you know what I'm saying, they have a whole bunch of materialistic things that they on top or they above somebody else. No, you a human being at the end of the day. Whether you got a 50-room mansion or a motherfucking studio apartment, motherfucker, you live and breathe the same air as everybody else. They don't make you no different than anybody else. Just because one thing for sure, two things for certain, all these materialistic things can be taken away. So where do you lie if you don't have anything? If you was to be stuck and somebody would just take everything from you and put you in the middle of nowhere, do you feel like you still should feel like you have some type of self-worth? That's what it is. You shouldn't base your self-worth on materialistic things. And unfortunately, that's what happens in today's society. A lot of people base their life or base their status on they financial status or their financial position. Wherever they position that financially, that's how they take life. They take life, oh man, I ain't really got money like that, man. Man, my life sucks because I ain't really got money like that, man. Life sucks because I can't do it. No, it's not like that, bro. You better cherish every breath. You better be grateful that you got the breath to say that you fucked up or say that you don't like things. You should be grateful for the fact that you have the capacity to think, to be here. So don't waste it on hate. Don't waste it on negativity. Put it towards something positive. Put it towards some love. Period. It is what it is. Ain't nobody, like I said, I never seen nobody mad that somebody showed them some love. And it's crazy because if I was just running around here every day, if I was to run around and say, I tell everybody that I love them, right? You know what the mess around that happened? Yeah, that's that dude that you talking about telling everybody he love him, man. What's wrong? He must be crazy, something like that, man. What's wrong with that dude? He always talking about he loves somebody. Why he always so damn happy? Why he always so content with it? I mean, why he just not shaking? Why he not moved by all this bullshit? Why he not, you know what I'm saying, flustered or frustrated with shit? Cause, for what? This is God. Ain't none of this sugar, honey, I see, man. I'm renting. You renting everything. You don't own a damn thing. You renting everything. Everything you like, you renting this is all rent. You don't own nothing. That's always all you. You don't own that. Cause no sooner than you die, he's gonna get passed on to somebody else. You just renting. You just renting. Your body, you renting. Everything that you. The only thing you not renting is your energy. Only thing that belongs to you is your energy. You don't own nothing else on this planet. The only thing you have control of is your energy. You don't have control over nothing else. You have control over your energy. You don't have control over the next person. You don't have control over what happens in life. Well, you do have control over what happens in life because it's going to be dictated by what you do. So that's what you do have control over. And it's basically dependent on whether or not you use that energy for good. So if you put out bad energy, if you shoot out bad energy, if you start off with bad energy, you let bad energy consume you, you're going to be in bad positions. You're going to think bad ways. You're going to think in certain ways that you should not be thinking, man. Real talk, man. So, you know what I mean? Y'all know every morning I got to get my donuts, you know what I'm saying? I got to make sure and I got to prepare somebody for the upper room. They got to get to the upper room. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure they're comfortable before they get to the upper room. And life is short, ladies and gentlemen. Life is short. Another thing I want to get across to some of y'all young cats. If you plan on getting old, find out what's gonna happen when you get older. Find out about all these plans. Find out if you got plans to get older. Put it like this: if your ass is over 45 years old and you ain't got no exit plan, you better get started on it. If you 45 years or older and you don't have no exit plan, you don't have no life insurance, you don't have nothing like that, that's something I think you need to be investing in. If you don't know about Medicaid, Medicare, you don't know about all these things, that's something I think you need to be invested in, ladies and gentlemen. If you are over the age of 45 years old, you need to be investing and spending time and energy on not only teaching yourself, but teaching your kids about all these things that's going to be transpiring in your last days, whenever your last days may come. Because we not promised tomorrow and we don't know when we going to die. So if you don't want your kids out here trying to sell t-shirts and chicken dinners and trying to, you know what I mean, get food stamps so they can have food at your repast and all that, you know what I'm saying, make sure you get your stuff together now. It ain't too late. You go down and figure out how much it's going to cost you for a life insurance policy for your kids and stuff like that. So therefore, when it's time for you to get up out of here, it's time for you to go to the upper room. Your kids not all flustered. They not fighting and bickering, going back and forth as to who going to do this, who going to do that, who mama loved the most, who should get this, who should get that. You ain't did nothing for mama. I ain't did nothing for you. Ain't did nothing for mama. I was doing everything for mama. Yeah, now y'all want to come reap the benefits. No, figure that all out right now. Because again, you are not promised tomorrow. You are not promised tomorrow. So with that being said, I deal with these, and once again, I deal with these issues on a daily basis. I'm not speaking on this just to be talking, and I'm not just speaking on these things just to be running my damn mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's just nonsense. I see this every single day. I'm gonna put y'all on a story. I'm gonna tell y'all a story right quick, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here because I gotta get ready to get prepared. You know what I mean? Get prepared for work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my daily ritual, and my daily ritual is pretty much gonna stay the same. But yeah, there's an individual, right? There's an individual, older lady, you know what I'm saying? And it's basically she's by herself or whatever the case may be, and she needs her medical supplies and so on and so forth. You feel what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, she's older, she can't really read too much, so on and so forth. So when she get these pamphlets for her insurance, and she get these pamphlets for her coverage, and she get this information in regards to how she go about getting her prescriptions, her whatever she needs in regards to her medical needs, right? Okay, we'll just say that she's working on getting her medical needs. Now, once she gets her medical needs, once she figured that out, and she goes to get her medical needs, nobody understands what the things that they got to go through to get their medical supplies. It's crazy. These people are older, they can't really move, they really don't have mobility or nothing like that. They can't get their medications like dropped off, or, you know what I'm saying, sent to them in the mail, or they got to go 55 miles or 60 miles outside of where they live at just to pick up prescriptions because they insurance is not within network. The insurance that's currently covering them is basically out in 2 counties down or 2 counties over, and that's the only place they can get it, or else they have to pay out of pocket when they're living on a fixed income. It's crazy. So again, when you get to that point, you know what I'm saying, if you 45 years, or actually if you 40 years old, actually I don't care what age you is. I don't care what age you is. If we gonna put it like that, I don't care what age you is. I don't care if you 21, I don't care what age you is. If you have children, if you have kids, you should have a life insurance plan, and you should have an exit policy for when you no longer here. You know what I'm saying? It's not that expensive. It don't cost that much. And you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty much sure a lot of y'all smoke that. A lot of y'all spend that on weed, Tito's, Henny, Douce. If you take it, I'm pretty much sure, you know what I'm saying, life insurance is probably about not even, it probably don't even cost no more than the Douce bottle. Respectfully, it's probably more than the Douce bottle. It's probably less than the Douce bottle or a bottle of Tito's. You feel me? So if it's less than it, if life insurance is less than a bottle of Tito's, it'll be more, my thing is it'll be advantageous for you to, you know what I'm saying, invest in your life insurance, invest on your exit plan, and instead of getting somebody else rich while you try to drown your pain or drown your sorrows, or basically call yourself enjoying yourself by having a drink. Knowing that's a vice or a tool that's basically not healthy for you. That's something that can kill you. Alcohol can kill you, weed can kill you, coke can kill you, crack can kill you. Hey, it's a bunch of things that can kill you. And again, you're not promised tomorrow. So if you're not promised tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, you need to be making them steps. So like I said, if you got kids and you don't want your kids out here traumatized, trying to sell chicken dinners and t-shirts and buying food stamps to help get food for your repast, you know what I'm saying, make sure you get a life insurance policy in place. So therefore, when it's time for you to go out of here, it's time for you to check out. Your kid's not looking all crazy. And again, my thing with this whole live this morning is make sure y'all show love to these kids. These kids need love. They don't need nobody else beating up on them. You know what I'm saying? The world is already beating up on them. The powers that be are already beating up on these kids. They're already traumatizing these kids. These kids don't need the people that's close to them or the closest to them to be beating up on them as well. Especially when we all know and understand that these kids ain't right in the head. That's where we go wrong. We try to make it seem like these kids are actually right in the head when these kids is not right in the head. So therefore, we driving ourselves insane thinking that these kids have some type of righteousness in their head when they technically don't. They don't. They don't have no righteousness in their head. They don't have no love in their head. They don't have no love in their head. They don't have no love in their heart. They don't feel no love. They don't get no love from nowhere. All the love that they quote unquote supposed to be getting, all that is fake love. There ain't none of that love fake, because if any of that love was real, a lot of them wouldn't be in positions that they were in right now. I wouldn't see a lot of these individuals, a lot of these kids just standing on the corner, wilding around, standing around doing nothing but looking at their phone and perpetuating the narrative again, and continuously perpetuating the narrative, sitting down on their behind, not doing nothing. So again, these kids need love, and if we know and understand these kids' minds not right, let's not ridicule these children. Let's not ridicule these children for being who they are. You know what I'm saying? They are who they are because of what happened to them. They ain't got no love. They ain't get some. You know what I mean? Some kids that do get it's a traumatizing thing, man. So again, we definitely gonna need to figure out how we gonna get to these children. How we gonna get these kids some love, to make sure these kids feel love, so they can love themselves, so therefore they can stay out of these streets, because they know because the streets don't love you, nigga. The streets don't love you. The streets will replace your ass just as fast as you got there. And ain't nobody gonna blink an eye. Y'all don't want to be the individual that got candles burning at the corner store, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to have the candle lighting or the balloon release behind y'all. Y'all don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? If you love yourself, you keep yourself out of them situations. So my thing for this morning, man, make sure y'all love yourselves. Do not, you know what I'm saying? And know that God love you, man. Know that God love you at the end of the day. If don't nobody else love you, God love you, man. You know what I mean? And I'm really, you know what I mean, I'm really about to push forward in regards to getting some things done in regards to helping these youth in Erie County and Niagara County. And I'm gonna tap in with a couple other people. I'm gonna see what's going on with this meeting and all that. You know what I mean? And I gotta get some things together so I get my ball rolling on what I got going on, man. But I really want to, you know what I'm saying, reach out to these kids, man. These younger kids, 20, 25, 18, man, somebody love y'all, man. God love y'all, man. Wake up and give y'all blessings to God. I don't care what God you choose to give it to. Allah, I don't care. Just make sure you give your praise and and show your gratitude. Yeah, show your gratitude. Be gracious. Don't be an ungrateful motherfucker, man. Don't be running around here like an ungrateful individual, man. Pissing on God's blessings. Or you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say pissing on God's blessings, but neglecting God's blessings. God blessed you. So you woke up and say, I'm blessed. The Lord has blessed me. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Be glad in it, ladies and gentlemen. Be glad in it. More than motivation. Love yourself. Give these kids some love. These kids need love. I'm out of here, yo. One more down. See y'all tomorrow morning. Consistency.